The Parracave Podcast, proudly brought to you by major sponsor Jack's Pale Ale, exclusively available at Parramatta Leagues Club, Shannon Cooney from Glenmore Park Realty, BTZD Clothing, and the official media partner of the Parracave Podcast, the Parramatta Times.
Welcome to another episode of the Parracave Podcast. And now over to your host, Troy Warner, broadcasting live from the world-famous Parracave.
And yes, hello and welcome back to the Parracave Podcast. And this is a podcast chat about the Parramatta Eels. And they released their 2024 retro jersey during the week. Now, there has been a lot of positive comments about this jersey. There has been a lot of negative comments about this jersey. So I thought I would just jump on and have my say about this jersey, as I am a Parramatta Eels jersey collector. For the Parramatta Eels jerseys go into the Parracave, and I do have a few jerseys, so I'm always interested in the new ones coming out. So whichever way I think, I still will be purchasing this jersey because, as I said, I collect them and I'll add it to the collection and hang it in the Parracave. So a lot of people have said that, look, this jersey was inspired by the famous Eels kits that were worn during the 2001 to 2003 seasons. Now, a lot of people have said, why would you replicate a jersey from the 2001 season where you were minor premiers, you were grand finalists, but then choked in the grand final against Newcastle? Well, let's just have a look at that. 2001, as I said, Parramatta were minor premiers. They finished runners-up to Newcastle, unfortunately, in the grand final. Coach was Brian Smith. Top try scorer was Brett Hodgson on 17. The top point scorer for that year was Jason Taylor with 265 points. And 2002, Parramatta finished 7th, made the qualifying final, again coached by Brian Smith. Top try scorers, there was 3 of them for the Eels that year: Brett Hodgson, Jason Moody and Luke Burt on 9 tries. Luke Burt was a top point scorer. 2003, Parramatta Eels finished 9th, so that's a little bit disappointing out of the 8, obviously. Brian Smith was the coach. Matt Peterson, Sideshow Bob, and Jamie Lyon were the top try scorers, 14 tries. And Michael Witt, former guest on the Parracave Podcast, was the top point scorer on 104 points. Now, as I said before, a lot of people have said, why would you replicate a jersey like this for those, I guess, painful memories for Parramatta Eels fans losing that grand final? Well, look, I know that from over the years there has been a lot of, I guess you could call them heritage jerseys, retro jerseys that have been replicated throughout the years and recently. So there has been a 1983 replica jersey that was done, I think, in 2011 or 12, I think. There's been obviously the premiership winning jerseys. There was a whole season of the 1986 jersey, and a lot of people have said, why doesn't Parramatta do a home jersey of the 1986 jersey? And it's a bit of a conversation I've had with a few people now about, should Parramatta have a permanent sort of home jersey, with the only thing changing being the sponsors that come on the jersey if they change. Now, you see the Dragons and the Roosters, they don't change their home jerseys. They've had like the red V and the tricolour jerseys for, however long I can remember following rugby league for, and I guess it just creates a bit of brand identity, having that similar that same jersey every single year. as I said, unless sponsors change. And I think that could possibly be a way that Parramatta could go after this new home jersey, after its reign has potentially finished. I also like the idea of just reversing colours. So for Parramatta, obviously the home jersey is predominantly blue, with a bit of gold on there, and the away jersey would be predominantly gold with a bit of blue on there. So I do like that idea as a home and away jersey. A lot of people don't like the white jersey that Parramatta are currently playing in as their away jersey. So I do like that idea of just reversing the colours. So maybe that's something they can think of, but also having a brand identity jersey as well. So potentially going back to that 1986 style jersey that I think 2019 they had that jersey, and we can see all the footage with Mitchell Moses scoring that great try in the corner against the Tigers at the opening of CommBank Stadium in 2019 Easter Monday. So that's the jersey that I'm talking about if you want to go back and have a look at that. But that, I think that could be a good idea, having brand identity. As like the Dragons, they've got the red V. They obviously have a different Anzac jersey, Indigenous jersey and the like. And they obviously represent the Steelers with their away jerseys. So I think that could possibly be a way for Parramatta to go down. Now, just getting back to this jersey, as I said, there's been a few heritage jerseys, retro jerseys that have been brought out from over the years. The premiership jerseys of the early 80s. There's also been the first jersey that Parramatta were in with a simple blue bar across the, gold bar across the chest, I think it was, with the sponsor's name in there. There's been a 2005 replica jersey, I think, come out. There's obviously been a couple of Sevens jerseys that have come back out as well. But, yeah, a lot of people have questioned why go the 2001 inspired jersey. And I think, look, it was a good season. It was a good season, don't get me wrong. Massive season. Look, they still hold the point scoring record in a season of 839 points in a season, so that's still a record. The football that the team played in that year was unbelievable. We all know that the Parramatta, that style that they play is probably an offload game. Well, there was plenty of that happening in 2001. And look, as disappointing as it is in losing that grand final, it still has, it still was a good season. It was the first grand final that we'd made since 1986. And look, it still was a good season in my opinion, even though I was very disappointed that I was shattered actually that we lost that grand final against Newcastle. That was my first Parramatta Eels live grand final, so the first one that I was at. So, yeah, obviously disappointed and shattered that we lost that game, but look, still a good season that we had. I mean, if you look at the most recent season where we made the grand final, 2022, was that a successful year, making the grand final? Yeah, I think it was as well. So, like that 2001 season, that was a successful year. So, good to see that they have done the retro jersey like that. Look, the collar is back. We haven't seen a collar on a Parramatta jersey for quite a while. So, the collar is coming back. And it is tied together with a crisp chevron. Now, I have seen pictures of the jersey side by side, and the chevron is quite crisp. It is not as, I guess you could say, big as what the 2001 one was. The 2001 jersey was definitely a thicker white chevron on the jersey. So, but this one is a crisper one. And look, the only thing I can think of is yes, you have to have the white chevron there, but with I guess with everyone's uproar, and disappointment of the white away jerseys, then fans have been saying, Parramatta are blue and gold, not white, so maybe just limit that white. So it is a little bit of a crisper, cleaner, smaller chevron, but it is still there. My only sort of, I guess you could call it, disappointment is the collar is great. The buttons, the button-ups of the jersey are probably a little bit of a disappointment for me. I think they really stand out compared to the 2001 jersey. And look, it does seem like it does go down a long way, if you know what I mean, with the buttons there. And that's probably my eyesore with that jersey, is that centerpiece there in the sternum area. I probably don't like that area, but that's the way that they've designed it. Look, there was some great social media activity during the week with the build-up to the launch of this jersey. Captain Kalis, Nathan Kalis, legend, had him on episode, I think, number 2 back in the day of the podcast. He featured in a social media clip playing a Sony PlayStation, and looking back in those glory days of 2001, I guess, when this jersey was being worn. So there were some great social media clips that Parramatta put up, so well done to them. It was very creative and really enjoyed those. So look, Nathan Kalis, he was captain of the Eels in 2001, and he held that position for 259 games for Parramatta, and I still think from memory he is the youngest ever first grade captain of a team. So I think that is who holds that record. So it's pretty synonymous that he is in that social media clip. Again, just going back to that 2001 season, that as I said, the Eels made history, the most points scored and the most tries ever scored by a team in a season, and they also won 12 consecutive games at Parramatta Stadium as well. So, as I said, didn't win the grand final, shattered about that, but still a successful year as well. So, look, I don't know what your thoughts are as a Parramatta fan or even a rugby league fan about this jersey. As I said, I will still be getting one, but if you are after one, you better hurry up, because I think Parramatta are very close. The actual shop at Parramatta are very close to selling out of that jersey. There's only a very limited stock, and I am just going to the website now, and I think they are only small sizes available for purchase at the moment. So I don't know if they'll do another run of jerseys. There is talk, particularly maybe, that they may wear this one again. You would like to think that they probably would. I guess if you bring out a jersey, you'd hope that it's not a one-off. Maybe they might wear it against Newcastle, maybe. Wouldn't that be a little bit ironic, wearing it against Newcastle? But maybe they might wear it another time throughout the year. But it looks like on the Parramatta Eels website, only small is available. I do believe that Parramatta Leagues Club do have a small allocation of those jerseys. I don't know how much they have left, but if you are going to the game against the Tigers on Easter Monday. Drop into the Leagues Club, and if you wish to purchase this jersey, just see how many they have left as well. I'm not too sure how much they have left. I'll just see if I can bring that one up now. But they do have the club shop there as well, so you should check that one out if you are going to the Leagues Club. They will have all the other merchandise that they have for sale, so check that one out as well. So I am not too sure how many of the jerseys they have left for purchase, but if you're going to the game on Monday, get in there, have a look, and if you want to buy something, if they have it, get it there at the Parramatta Leagues Club. That's my thoughts on the Parramatta Eels Retro 2024 jersey. As I said, look, I'll be getting one. I'll be getting one from another supplier, as I missed out getting one from the Eels, but I'll be getting one from another supplier, and I'll let you know when and where I get that one from when they are available. I'll give them a special shout out, but look, just search on the internet as well if you cannot find any in your sizes at the Leagues Club, or as I said, the Parramatta Eels website's just got the small ones available at the moment. But look, that's my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, or send me a message about the jersey if you wish to. Let me know your thoughts. As I said, a lot of people have got positive comments about it, a lot of people have got negative comments about it, so I'd like to hear your thoughts, both Parramatta fans and rugby league fans. And if I'd also like to know as well, if Parramatta were to bring out another retro jersey, what retro jersey would you like them to do? And if it's not a jersey that they have already done in the past, so see if you can get your thinking caps on and see if they haven't done one in the past. But that's very hard. I know people. Look, I'm a big stripe man for the Parramatta Eels jerseys. I love the stripes on there. I think Parramatta are known for stripes, so I do like those 81, 82, 83 jerseys. I also do like that 86 jersey as well, so with the stripes on it as well. So I think any one of those are great looking jerseys. And as I said before, perhaps maybe Parramatta could look at doing a brand identity jersey and just having the same jersey every year. I think fans would be happy with that. Because we have seen over the last, especially this year, some fans not happy about the current day home jersey. They are disappointed with that. So perhaps Parramatta could go to a brand identity jersey. Let me know your thoughts about that one as well. So I just thought I'd jump on, do a podcast, and see what everyone's thoughts are. Let you know my thoughts of the jersey, as everyone has also had their thoughts as well. So thank you very much for listening, and as I said, I'll be at the game on Monday afternoon at CommBank Stadium, so if you see me out and about, come and say good day. Thank you very much for listening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and your footy over the weekend, and I'll see you at the Eels vs Tigers at CommBank Stadium on Monday.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Parramatta